Alright, folks, we're back in Vintage Story in my vanilla playthrough. Picking up right after my last video here. The drifters are apparently very upset outside my door. But we're gonna try and burn some time here as we get ready to finish building the sailboat. That was the wrong button. Okay, well, I messed this up. Hold on. And now I've got a drifter slap fight going on in my living room. Alright. Ha! Now that I've cleaned up my own mess here. I'm gonna put my character to bed and burn some time while my cat apparently sneezes like crazy behind me here. He's loaded and dangerous. Oh wow, so that drifter actually dropped some flax fibers like we were looking for. So it was fortunate that I messed that up a little bit. Because flax is the name of the game, we need flax. And essentially right now I'm trying to burn time until my next harvest comes in. So, I'll bring you back when we get back to it. Alright, folks. We're back. I just harvested my flax. So I got 25 more pieces of flax fibers here. So that's my one that I had. So we got 26 now. So let's drag that out into a nice little floor square. Looks like that's going to get us 6 more twine. So there we go. So that gets us 9 twine, which will get us 2 more pieces of linen. So we're at 19. We quite literally just need 2 more. I also got my next harvest of leather, so we've got 15 more leather to play with. And that's going to become a new leather backpack for us to give us even more storage space. I want to put away my flax grain here that I got from my farm. So let's go ahead and get that leather backpack. So that's just this shape here. There we go. Now we can put this leather up here. Let's reorganize a little bit here. I think this one's got cattails, so we'll move those up. Torch. Dry grass. There we go. So we got the dry grass. Alright. Put it down here. There we go. Now it's empty, so we can take that. Do that. There we go. Got our linen sack, which we can go sell, actually. There's a merchant that buys those. We're going to put away the rest of this leather. Because it's what? I think I needed 8. Yeah. So if I had one more. Which I do have one more. There we go. We can actually get one more backpack. So if we move this down. This one's empty. Nice. I think we can technically recycle these. Can we cut these up? No, okay. Can't cut those up. So we'll sell these. We'll take these leather or these linen sacks and we'll sell them. But there we go. I have another one around here somewhere. There it is, up here. There's my tin bronze that I was looking for. I'll put this in here. I'm just going to slide everything over here a little bit. There we go. Cool, grab that. Come over here. I forgot which box I'd put this in. So there we go. We've got our 5 units there to make our laminar leggings. Now, one of the things I've also kind of realized is I put this on my character instead of on the armor dummy, is that while I'm making this laminar, which is slightly less resource intensive, I could be instead making brig. So if we go into brigadine, so I could be making tin bronze brigadine instead, which requires leather. And I think that may be kind of our next upgrade, is we'll do a brigadine, and I don't know if we'll do, tin bronze or iron, but that's got a much better defense value. We might do iron, because I have more iron I can go get, and I'm running out of tin for making tin bronze. So I think that might be our next major upgrade, is to either upgrade to a brig, or we can even start theoretically working on a chainmail. But I just wanted to show you all that. And I'm going to get back to burning some more time and doing things until we can get some more flax. But we should have enough flax in that little row of flax right there once it finishes growing. But I'll bring you all back after we do a little more burning of time. All right, folks. So I brought us back. It's kind of the end of the day that I started off earlier. And I decided to do a little bit of crafting in preparation for finishing up my boat, because I imagine in the next couple of days we'll be able to finish up the sailboat, so I'll have the linen we need. And I'm going to make another lamp, or lantern, and that's because you can actually attach a lantern to your sailboat if you have one. And so we're going to make a plate, and we're just going to go do our heavy hits here real quick. Get all this smoothed out here nicely for us. There we go. Grab the one. Add it on here. Heavy hits. There we go. There we go. All right, and we'll start doing a little more precise here. Let's get this thing knocked out really quick, because we just need a plate to make this lantern here. I've got the candle being made behind me. There we go. All right, we're almost done. Thankfully, these things don't take too long to hammer out. Again, this will be one of those things it'll be nice to have a hell of hammer for. Because hell of hammer, you can just put 2 ingots on there. It'll make plates for you. But you still have to, heat them up and put them on the anvil, but it'll take care of the actual, like, smithing here. There we go. Alright. That's done. Let's go see if our candle's ready. Do I have enough clear quartz? Okay. So I still have some plain glass slabs that I can use. Alright, cool. I like to make some more plain glass slabs. And good, my candle finished. Perfect. Yep. Alright, let's get my saw, because I'm going to need my saw to make a little bit more glass. There you go. That's why I saved some of this glass. It's for things like this. So that, and then there we go. Another tin bronze lantern. All nice and ready to go. Complement the other one I've got. Cool. Well, I'm going to put the character to bed. That's going to be time to do a little cooking. So actually, I'll do some cooking, and I'll bring you all back when we get to the next morning here. Alright, it's the next morning, and we're in here checking our farm field real quick. Clearing out some of the grass. And we still got some more time left on this flax. Not a whole lot. We've also got some high levels of rift activity going on right now. So I imagine we're going to be seeing a lot of drifters out and about today. I'm gonna make my normal rounds and let you know if I find anything interesting. But here's something I can show you that I did yesterday while I was waiting for the flax to grow. Is I actually added some extra bee ships, and I even harvested one to get myself some more honey and stuff stored up. I just wanted to show you that, so now I'm up to 8 total bee ships, and I'll probably expand this a bit more. But right now, you can see they've all got plenty of flowers that they can find. So, they're all very happy bees. I just want to show you that real quick while I was sitting here thinking about it. But I'm going to keep doing my rounds, and I'll be back. Alright, we're back at base. And while I didn't, my flax is not finished growing, I did manage to forage some, which got me another strand of twine there made. So we're getting closer. So I imagine it'll probably be ready the next day or two. I did some general foraging, though. Got myself some more horsetail for medical supplies, some more food. And the other thing I got is I went out and did a bunch of digging for some of this andesite sand. Because I figure I'm going to take this andesite sand and I'm going to finish doing the daub I've been working on and clean that up a little bit, make that look nicer. Meanwhile, I'm going to put away the rest of these foods I brought back. Put those in there. I've been gathering mushrooms as I've been seeing them, just because, you know, it'd be good to have more food stored up. There we go. Parsnips in there. The rye in there. Cool. Put the flax in there, too. Oh, there's no space for the flax in there. There we go. I think that's all the food. Yep. Alright. I'm going to go make this daub. And I'll show you what the finished daub product looks like here. Alright. So I've kind of finished this daub front that I wanted here. Nope, just about. I need to add 2 more there. There we go. So there's my daub front of my house. Nice kind of little W shape. And just in time for the drifter, or for the nightly raids to start here. Kotorn thinks he's going to start something. Yeah, I see you. There we go. Oh, I hear another one. Let's loot these guys just in case I get anything worthwhile. And we'll head inside for the night. But there we go. So, that's a much nicer, smoother look to it. And it's about 10 units of daub per to finish that up. Anyways, I'm going to put some stuff away, and I'll bring you back in the morning. Alright, folks. I might be dead. Yep, I died. I was coming back from a big foraging run. Ran into a bear on the way back. That was just awful. So let's go see if we can't recover my stuff. It was actually up here. So I'd gone way up here to the north, gotten way up in this area, and found a whole bunch of stuff, including, I think, almost all the flax I needed to finish my new build, and came up over a hill right into a bear. So let's see if we can't get my stuff back. I only have 10 minutes to get my stuff back by default settings. Now, one of the mods I intend to add will fix that. Obviously not in this playthrough, because I'm going to finish this on vanilla. But when I get to my next modded playthrough, I'm going to add a mod that I found enjoyable, that I learned about from Hardware Despair over there on his channel. And that is the player corpse mod. Did the bear move? Alright, I think I've gotten everything. Yeah, it looks like I've gotten everything. But I kind of want to kill that bear for, you know, fighting me the way he did. Where is that bear? Is that him up there? Yep. Yep. There we go. Got him. I almost killed him. But there we go. That bear's going to be added to the food pile. Yep. So let's reorganize my stuff here. Man, he has completely just like messed up my inventory. Alright. But we have killed the bear. Vengeance has been had. And nice. So we get that. Get the bear pelt. We get some fat. And we'll take these bones with us too. There we go. Alright. It's a good thing I don't have, like, I'm not doing a limited life run. Oh, man. That bear. Just right there. Like, I literally came around the corner up there, and there was some bushes, and I saw him stand up, and I'm like, oh, no. And then it was on. But, I mean, you know, we got the meat that we've been needing, because I've been short on meat in the game. So, you know, small blessings, while not, you know, well, not enjoyable to suddenly die to a bear, especially because, you know, it wrecked my armor pretty good. Not that this is great armor, you know, it's just my little, you know, putting around the base armor. But the bear hide will be good for making leather. So, small blessings. We'll take them. We'll take it. Throwing lives at a bear is not the way I intended to fight a bear. Normally, I lead them into one of my bear pits. But hey. It works, right? Alright, so let's get back to base here and offload some stuff. Especially because I got some more fruit juice to make. Because I've been trying to store up fruit juice for winter. Yeah, that's just one of the things I've been doing. Let's come into here. Let's see what we've got in the way of fruit. So let's see here. I've got red currants. Got some more cranberries. Got some black currants. Got some white currants and some blueberries. Nice. We got all this bush meat we're going to have to do something with. Also got some more mushrooms. It's a pretty big foraging trip. Got some carrots there. My healing poultice there. Gotta reorganize all this. Alright, there we go. Put my sticks down here. Okay, so we got some spelt. I don't have anywhere in here for spelt, do I? Nope. So that's gonna have to go in this one. Along with this flax. There we go. Got some seeds I need to go put up. See, I'm gonna have to make another barrel, I think. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to make another barrel. Put all this stuff away. Go grab that. And I had some boards up here, yep. There we go. Because I can just do this. There we go. That's another barrel. So I can store my cranberry juice in that. There we go. Then I can take 32 of these. There we go. Get a nice thing of cranberry juice here. Now, ideally, I want to get another pressing of red currant juice as well. But we'll take what we can get. This is where I'm putting my fruit mash. There we go. So there we go. That'll keep us good in as far as our fruit satiation goes. Can I just put this straight into here? Let's see here. If I soak this, right, soaked. All right. So, okay, I can't just do that. So I can just seal that. There we go. As much as I want to make bear armor, I'm just gonna take that bear hide and use it to make some more leather, because realistically I just need more leather right now. Did any of this mature while I was out and about? It's so close. It's teasing me. It's teasing me. What about you? My onions did, though. Well, at least some of my onions did. Alright. Put these onion seeds away. There we go. That's alright. Let's see here. Where are my bones? There's my bone pile. The 9 bones we got from the bear. Somewhere around here I got my animal fat. I think it's in here, actually. Storing my animal fat in here. Yes, I am. There it is. There's 2 more, because we're going to need a lot of this animal fat for making our windmill. We got 19 more flax fibers. That's all I want. Yep. Let's go in here. Open up where we're storing our flax. So that's 20. So that's enough to make 20 or 5 twine. So let's just do that. Go. There's our 5 twine. Gives us 7. So that's enough to make 1 more. We can see it. 1 more linen, and we'll get there. So we're almost there. Now I'm going to take a little break. Go do some stuff. Oh, don't want to dig that up. And then I'll come back and do a bit more recording. Because I kind of want to end this episode once we get the ship made. So we're going to fast forward a bit, and I'll bring you back when we're there. Alright, folks. We just finished harvesting some more of our flax, and I think we have enough to finish making the last piece of linen we need for the sailboat. There it is, 21. And there's our ropes right there. We're going to go take this over to the sailboat and see about getting it put together here. That's assuming this is the last step. This may not be the last step. We're going to go find out. So let's get over there and finish the sailboat. Because there's our linen and our ropes. Oh, some of these red currants are already good. I actually wanted some more red currants. So let me grab these and put these in my inventory. Perfect. I'm going to keep an eye out for more berries and stuff. Specifically red currants and cranberries is what I've been gathering up and putting into my barrels as I've been finding them. But it's getting pretty late in the season. It's, you know, October 9th right now in the game. So we're just on the verge of winter. You're kind of a late fall. So we're going to run out of the ability to forage for stuff here pretty soon. Also means sailing might become a bit of an issue. Because, I don't know if the ocean will freeze, but I know like lakes and things will start to freeze over as it gets colder out. Well, you can see right now, it is 2 degrees Celsius out, which is pretty cold. And I'm American, so I don't really understand Celsius very well. You know, I do Fahrenheit, but I do know that like 25 to I think 30 degrees Celsius is generally considered like decent temperatures, if I remember correctly. Feel free to correct me in the comments for my folks out there who use Celsius more than I do. But I do know that 2 degrees is cold, because I know 0 is when water is supposed to freeze. So that part I do know. But here we are. There's our sailboat that we've been working on. Yeah, you can see where it's starting. The trees are starting to get that kind of frosted look to them here. But let's see here. So we need 10 ropes and 21 linen. There we go. She's ready to launch. So there's our seats back there. And what we'll do, we'll go ahead and launch her. Why did it just sink into the ground there? Sailboat. Sailboat. What's going on here? Okay. Something weird with the way the new mechanics work has gone on, and it got stuck on land there. So we're just going to slowly back her out. There we go. Alright. There we go. Alright. Off. There we go. Now we're in the water. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to like kind of park this thing near the shore here. So I can get in and out properly. There we go. Alright. We have a sailboat. Oh, it's interesting that it leaves like the building area here. So what I think I might do is get some wood and build us a proper dock over there. I'm gonna walk over here real quick and check my resin trees and see if any of my resins respawned here. Which one? It was one of these guys here. Which one was it? This one. There it is. And yes, some of it has. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna go get some of the other stuff we need for a sailboat. I don't know. We're going to be taking it out today, but we have successfully finished the sailboat, which was kind of the major goal of this episode. Which means now we can travel much further, much more easily, and carry a lot more supplies. And I'll show you why here in a minute. Oh, these are ripe. I'll also take these black currants, because I am going to need more fruit stored up for winter. These red currant bushes are empty, unfortunately. But anyways, so let's go get the storage chests I've made, the chests, and we'll attach those to the sailboat real quick. That way I can show you one of the really cool things that will help us as far as like carrying a lot of supplies, because we're going to need a lot of supplies to go up there to the Resonance Archives. While there's not, like, crazy amounts of enemies in there, there are a lot. Compared to, say, like, the normal drifters you see around your base and stuff in the evenings or, you know, during these little rifts that pop up from time to time. And we're also going to want to carry enough, like, food for the journey. You know, things like that. I'm going to grab this flax, because more flax is good. But there we go. Because, yeah, I do eventually want to make gambeson armor for wearing around the base. Because right now I'm just wearing some improvised wooden lamellar, which is perfectly reasonable for dealing with things like the occasional wolf or, you know, the little surface drifters and stuff that come around. But it's not going to be good enough for dealing with things like the Resonance Archives or deep drifters, etc. Because those hit a lot harder. There we go. I'm going to reorganize that a little bit. I also built a table while we were waiting for the flax to grow so that I can start making pies and things. I don't have any flour saved up right now, but we could make some, and we could start making pies. Alright, let's put that in there. Nope, we're going to stack these together. Stack those together. Basically, I need to get 32 bread currants to make it worthwhile as far as, like, juicing them goes. Let's see here. I'll get my meat finished cooking. Yeah. I also need to eventually move away from using all these reed chests for storage. There we go. Cool. Go ahead and feed my character real quick. Done. Alright, let's go get these chests onto the ship. Put away that. There we go. Because I also went ahead and made 2 more chests just for the sailboat while I was waiting. Let's go get these on there. Because the other thing we can do is we can go out, do a bunch of exploring, and gather up more things like more of these berry bushes, and we can find fruit trees and bring them back. All kinds of stuff you can do now that we have the sailboat, and it will really expand the area we can reasonably explore. While also allowing us to carry like longer lasting foods like grains and stuff kind of in bulk. So also let us do things like do long mining runs where we can just like fill up the sailboat's inventory, because we'll have these chests on board. Actually, I should have brought some more wood with me. Come on. There we go. Just trying to get it to a better spot. There we go. Cool. Alright, so now, you can see we have these attach points here. So what we can do is right click or hold control, and we can right click with these chests. There we go. And that gives us a wooden chest. Though they look a little weird. The sailboat. But I'm also noticing it will let us do things like storage vessels too. So it might be worth making an extra storage vessel to put on here for food storage. And the other thing you can do is you can actually attach animals to this. And then most importantly, you can do this. Wow, that graphical glitch. But that puts a lantern on there. Wow, I'm having some weird graphics glitches here. I wonder if I need to, like, save and reload. I might just detach that for now. We'll save that, since I don't know what's going on with that. But there we go. So we have our sailboat. I think we can call the episode there, folks. Thank you all for joining me. This has been Talon McRom, bringing you back in our Vintage Story playthrough. And I think up next, we're going to do a bit more mining. I'm going to try and get a bit more iron and maybe a bit more copper. We're going to finish gearing up to go to the archives. I'm not sure I want to do the archives in the middle of winter, but I think we might. I think we might just do that. So, again, thank you all for joining me. And I want to say thank you to my Patreons. And I really just want to thank the people who watch these videos. You all really help me out. Leave comments, like, and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and we'll talk to you next time.